Oh yes, this is the creator, as you can see. Is it too loud? I think it might be a bit too loud. I think I'll lower it. Oh yes, this art style is very adorable. This is one of the reasons I chose it. God. Okay, that should be better. There we go. Trying to monitor. Okay, is that good? Hopefully that's good. That looks good to me. Okay. But yeah, the art style, adorable. And like the entire like format, like it's a 4-3 game, so I think that's pretty cool. I think I'm already on full screen. Everything seems fine to me. Yeah, just let me know if it's too loud. I think we should be fine now. Yeah, okay. So this is the end of an obsession. I got to remind myself to drink water during this. Last year I just ruined my voice. You feel groggy when you finally wake up. The back of your head is throbbing, and your mouth feels dry, as though it's been stuffed full of wool. True, that's why we gotta drink water, thank you. Alright, now her mouth does not feel dry anymore. With bleary eyes, you glance about. What time is it? Where are you? And perhaps more importantly, who are you? You don't remember. Any attempts to probe the nooks and crannies of your memory are depressingly unsuccessful. Dwelling upon your identity too deeply hurts. It's a dull sort of pain, rather than a sharp one, but it makes you wince nonetheless. Perhaps it's better not to attempt to remember too much then. Thinking was never really your strong suit. You have always been a creature that existed upon pure instinct. A fool who thought she was more intelligent than she was, who... Ahem. It would seem I'm getting carried away. My apologies. Oh, we have a narrator inserting themselves. Very good. This is not that sort of story, and, in any case, I hardly have the energy to be too... Acerbic? Acerbic? Okay, I already have a word I gotta look up. This is excellent. Acerbic, maybe? Let me hear this. Acerbic, it is acerbic. It's sharply or bitingly critical, sarcastic, or ironic in temper, mood, or tone. Okay, so our narrator is going to be very nice to us, smile. I'm afraid this has already been done before, and I wouldn't want to be repetitive, or, worse still, trite and tedious. I will try to restrain myself for the rest of this narrative. Now, let us return to your predicament. You do not know who you are or where you are, but with some luck, there should be something close at hand to jog your memory. It's bright. You have to blink away spots of white which bloom behind your eyelids. Hissing like a scalded cat, you rub your eyes with the heel of your palm. Your surroundings melt and twist around you, rippling like the troubled surface of a lake. Then, all of a sudden, you hear a voice call to you, light and bright and full of girlish amusement. Oh, I see, you're finally awake. Who said that? Ah, just there. You see her now. Look at how cute she looks. Like, I love this art so much. Like, this is, like, a very big reason why I chose this game, because this developer has a couple other games as well. I think they're, like, a bit longer than this, but the art style is just so good. Also, one thing I just realized is that it's getting cut off a bit. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Okay, yeah, that was getting cut off a bit, my bad. Now that is perfect. Okay. Okay, there we go. There is a woman standing by her bedside. She has a hair the color of sunset that curls around her face. Her eyes are soft, and a smile plays about her lips. She looks sweet, like an angel, but you know only too well that looks can be deceiving. You are unsure whether you trust her. B is true because bees like plants, and she is like a very plant-coded character, it looks like. It is hard to trust anybody when your head aches so much you do not know where you are, especially a woman such as this who looks so very at ease. Does she not realize how anxious you feel, or does she simply not care? You try to ask her what's going on, but you can only get half the question out before you start to call. Oh, you poor thing. The woman tuts, then hands you a mug of something warm. You've been through a lot, but don't worry, I'll look after you. Now, here, drink this. Look down at the cup, and it's dun brown contents, a sconce. Is this really safe for human consumption? Yes, it's fine, silly. I've not poisoned it if that's what you're worried about. In fact, it's the opposite. The opposite? Indeed. I enchanted it to soothe any unwanted aches and pains, and I'm sure your head is aching. It must be after everything that's happened. What happened? Now, I'll only answer one question at a time. It'll get confusing otherwise, and you must be plenty confused already. Now come on, drink! So true, we should all be drinking warm liquids. Alright. You are a little hesitant to fulfill this woman's request. She is a stranger after all, and you have no idea what liquid inside the cup is. This could be some sort of trap. But the woman is smiling, and she doesn't necessarily look wicked. Perhaps you can trust her? You bring the cup to your lips, not knowing what else to do. The weight of her expectant stare is uncomfortably heavy, and begin to sip. The drink is warm, surprisingly so. It makes your lips tingle. As for the taste, well, it's not unpleasant. In fact, it's quite nice. Is that honey? Honey and tea is really good. So perhaps this is tea. You only intend to take a small sip of the curious drink, but before you know it, you have downed the whole mug. It tastes too good, and your head does feel a lot lighter now. You thank the woman hesitantly, do not know what else to say, and she beams. It's alright, I thought you could use a little pick-me-up after everything. You have not had an easy time of it. Haven't you? No? You don't remember? The woman asks. Not a single thing. Well, maybe that's for the best. What happened to you was probably quite traumatic, although I did try to be gentle. I didn't want to cause you any undue hurt, but here's the thing. It's surprisingly hard to kidnap a princess from a palace without causing a bit of fuss. Oh no. The woman laughs. Her laughter is light, just like her voice, and it washes over you. It ought to be soothing, just like the drink she prepared you, but it isn't. Your shoulders do not get any looser. Instead, your whole body tightens. A princess, does she say? Yes, that's right. You're a princess and I'm a witch. Everybody in the kingdom said you were singularly beautiful. Not that I put much stock in those rumors, of course. I mean, how many people can say they've actually seen a princess? I thought it was all hearsay, just stuff and nonsense, really. But then I happened to glimpse you during a royal ball, held to celebrate your 18th year, and I realized the rumors were all true. You really are beautiful. You're so beautiful, in fact, I had to have you for myself. The woman, the witch, leans forwards. She's still smiling, but there's something unsettling about it, you think. Her teeth, you realize, with a start, are awfully sharp. Her nails, meanwhile, are terrifyingly long. She cups your face in her hands, her long, long fingers resting against your cheekbones. Her nails scrape against your skin like knives. Her breath smells sweet, but only superficially so. Underneath it, you think you can detect something of the crypt, something fetid. I've been lying low for a while, keeping to myself. I've been awfully good these last 100 years. But it does get boring, you know, always being on my best behavior. I'm a witch, so I'm supposed to cause the odd commotion here and there. It's all part of the profession. Witches exist to curse people and to cause problems. Lightly, the witch giggles, her sickly sweet breath skimming your face. Oh, she's very close. And princesses exist to be kidnapped, especially pretty ones like you. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. I'm just fulfilling my role in this little story, so please, don't get mad at me. You can't help our innate natures. The witch leans in further still, her long, fair eyelashes trembling. You look so, so pretty in that gown of yours, just paler than the moonlight. But I think you look even prettier as my prisoner at my mercy, in this tower. You were in a tower? Yes, that's right. It's a nice tall tower out in the forest. Nobody knows where it is except myself. It's protected by all sorts of enchantments. It's not possible for anybody to get in or out. Anybody except me, of course. The king and the queen can send out as many search parties as they want. It won't make a blind bit of difference. You'll not be escaping here in a hurry. You're all mine to do with as I please. And I'm not going to let you go. The witch's eyes flash like lightning. Oh my, yeah. Yep. I mean, this is a yandere game. Also, hi Sponge Violet, how are you? We're playing some Valentine's games. And thank you for the water. Little break. Oh yes, this is yandere game. And Yoshi lurks. Enjoy. Alright. The witch's eyes flash like lightning. For a few moments, she looks unsettling, unnervingly inhuman. You want to push her away, but you can't. Your body no longer wants to obey you. Was it the beverage she gave you earlier? The one which tasted of honey? You do not know. You have no earthly clue why your body has frozen, why you cannot bend your fingers nor blink your eyelids. But these thoughts, and all other thoughts for that matter, are soon scattered. Fam and I got a gourmet burger restaurant. Ooh, nice. That sounds yummy. I am alright today. I've been excited to play these games very much. Look how pretty the art is for this game. It is so good. The witch dips her head. She closes her eyelids, her long lashes matted together. She parts her lips. Then she presses her mouth, which tastes of sugar and soil and something sinister, something which you cannot describe, against yours. No, she didn't obtain consent. Can't believe this. You, of course, are powerless to resist. How could you ever hope to push her away? You are only a princess. She, meanwhile, is a witch. It is her job to dominate you. Okay. Oh, you went bowling. Nice. Bowling is fun. Bowling is a good time. go. I had to move the game over a little bit more. Is that now not how stories such as this always go? Oh, we got full art! No, where'd it go? Once again, you feel groggy when you wake up. The back of your head is still pulsating and your mouth feels dry, as though it has been stuffed full of wool. Your stomach, meanwhile, is coiled up in knots. You feel sick. What time is it? You sit up in bed blearily, half asleep, wiping your eyes with the back of your arm when... Ooh, are you finally awake? Oh? You glance up, your head snapping into position like a ball-jointed doll's. You recognize the woman who is standing by your bedside. It is the same woman you saw yesterday, the one who looks like a rose. Did she not say she was a witch? How very curious. You ask the witch what she is doing, an innocent inquiry, tempered by sleep, which makes her laugh. What does it look like, my dear? I am waking you up. Well, yes, you can see that. So I ask. But what time is it? It seems awfully early. It is not so very early, really. It is a sensible hour, one that young maidens, fair princesses such as yourself, should be up and about. I am sure your servants awoke you far earlier than this, and you still lived in the palace to help you with your toilette. Did they not bathe you and brush your hair and dress you? Did they? You could not rightly remember, but the witch is waiting for an answer. You don't want to disappoint her. If you really are a princess, surely you must have had servants. You nod. What else are you to do? And the witch smiles. I knew it! You should have been awake hours ago. But I am an uncommonly kind witch, and I won't scold you for being slatternly. I used to be scolded myself when I was younger for, all sorts of misdemeanors. Most of them were made up. I don't want to unto you as others did to me, not when you are my very precious guest. Your face colors a bit at the compliment, but I cannot help but wonder who would be foolish enough to scold a witch. Well, I wasn't always a witch, you know. Was she not? No. People aren't born as witches, dear one. They become them after being subjected to enough hurt during their lives they may wish to shed their former selves, so that they may attain power of their own. Witches are humans who have been wronged, who wish to inflict some part of their suffering upon others in turn. Not that I mean to hurt you, of course. That would be a waste when you have such a pretty face, and such a lovely long hair, too. Now, the witch beams, looking positively perky, as she retrieves a gilt-backed brush from your bedside table. Would you let me brush your hair for you, dear one? Your hair? Yes, your hair. It is awfully tangled, and you have rather a lot of it to look after. You must have been tossing or turning in your sleep because you've knotted it. I doubt you know how to brush your own hair, with your fancy upbringing, so may I? You eye the witch hesitantly, some of your former unease returning to you. Why, you ask the witch, does she care about your appearance so much? Why does it matter when you are trapped in this tower? It matters because you're a princess, dear one. A princess is still a princess, whether she is in a palace surrounded by courtiers, or trapped in a tower with a wicked witch. In fact, one may argue that a princess is even more of a princess when she is being held hostage by a witch. And how does that work? It's how all these stories work. Princesses and witches are just two sides of the same coin. The good and the bad, the maiden and the hag. Not that I think I look particularly hag-like. As far as witches go, I think I'm a bit of an anomaly. But you're an anomaly too when it comes to princesses. Your hair is a rat's nest. I need to make you look presentable. For whose sake? For the sake of a satisfying story. You don't understand what she means by story. This is real life, is it not? Well, I wonder, what is real and what is not? It is often up to the beholder. You wouldn't wish to look deceitful should a handsome prince chance by your tower, would you? That'll make an awful first impression. It is likely that a prince... Oh, is it likely that a prince would stop by here? Not in the slightest, but hope does spring eternal. If daydreaming about being rescued keeps you going, then who am I to rob you of that opportunity? Goodness, that is so generous of her. I know, I am a veritable saintess. Now come here, your hair isn't going to brush itself. You can see that the witch is very insistent about this, though why you cannot fathom, so you give in. It isn't as though you had many other options, being locked away in this tower as you are. Excellent, now just leave everything to me. I have experience, you know, when it comes to making princesses look pretty. Oh, really? Is she in the habit of kidnapping princesses? Would you like to know? The witch giggles as she settles herself down upon your bed, and then reaches for your hair. Your body tenses at its initial contact, as if fretful she might strike you, might slice you. But the witch, despite her title, does neither of these things. Instead, she begins to work, as obedient as any dredge, running the comb through your locks over and over and over again, until they start to crackle. Oh, not the crackling. Can't believe we keep getting teased by this full art, but I mean, the sky does look pretty, so that's okay. Guys, I don't think this is a healthy relationship. I gotta be honest. On the third morning, you are ready and waiting for your visitor when she arrives, though perhaps appears would be a better word, inside your tower. You have come to expect the witch's presence, so you are not surprised when she takes a seat at the side of your bed. Yandere's usually aren't. Yeah. Yeah, usually not. You regard her uneasily, still attired in your nightgown, your hair rumpled after yet another night spent tossing and turning. You think that you had nightmares last night, but you cannot remember them, not clearly. Perhaps you were running in them. Is that why you awoke feeling so tense, your heart beating a staccato rhythm inside your breast? Yes, that sounds about right. You are running, you can recall, albeit faintly, through a forest. But then the witch holds up a wicker basket from which a truly mouth-watering smell emanates, and your half-recalled dream dissipates before your very eyes. The witch giggles and, in a girlish manner, she says, "Hungry?" You nod instinctively without thinking about it. You cannot remember the last time you ate, and the witch beams. I thought so. Now, here. The witch reaches into a wicker basket, then holds a flaky pastry out towards you. Do you want some? You stare at the pastry, your gaze affixed to it as if it were a holy grail, a sacred relic. All of a sudden, you can think of nothing but food. You are ravenous, so much so it almost scares you. It is strange, though. You cannot recall feeling hungry at all, not until the witch presented this pastry to you. It is almost as if your body forgot what it meant to be hungry until now. You could have done without the hunger pangs, but now you have remembered what hunger is, and you could feel it gnawing on your insides. You are not dripping at the mouth at least, but you might as well be. You could reach out and take the pastry from the witch's long, bony fingers and stuff it into your mouth. You could tear your teeth into it and swallow it in 2 bites. The thought is a tempting one, but it's not very princess-like. Starving though you might be, you must maintain your dignity. The witch watches as you hang back, abashed, and tuts. Oh, stop being silly. If you don't get any food in your belly, you'll starve. Not even princesses are immune from hunger. Now, look here. Oops. Oh, that is the wrong button. The witch breaks a piece of a pastry apart with her fingers. Then she proffers it to you. Say, no, not the feeding. Not the feeding trope. What? Are you really doing this? Doing what? This play act, you mean? Like lovers, or else? Does she mean to treat you like a pet? I am not just treating you like a pet. You are my pet. I own you, and you belong to me. You are mine, to toy with as I choose. But for the present, I would prefer to be nice to you, not nasty. Don't make me regret this decision. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, that's fine. No, we're her pet. That's what she said. Where is... Was there a... There we go, yeah. Let's go back a little bit. She says that we are her pet. The witch's eyes narrow. A boding shadow crosses her pretty face, though it lasts less than a moment before it dissipates. Now come, stop this silliness. Eat. You still feel uneasy, but the witch's voice is firm and hard beneath the layers of sweetness and light, and you know better than to argue with her. You do not want to incur her wrath. You lean in. Then, as obedient as an enchanted lover, you part your lips for your captor. Okay, another water break. You spent your 4th day in the tower sitting by the window, looking out over the forest which surrounds you. There really are a lot of trees, you think distractedly, your legs dangling over the cool lip of the sill. They spread outwards like a green blanket, or else like an ocean wave, rippling and undulating in the breeze. You cannot look directly at the ground for too long. It makes your head spin. Just how high up are you? You ask this question to the witch, who is brewing a pot of tea over a small stove. She glances at you, a small smile playing about her lips, and says, "High enough, dear one." You ask her how high that is, and she chuckles. Why does it matter? You won't be able to leave regardless, not unless you can sprout wings and fly like a bird. Do you think yourself capable of such a feat? Oh, hello, Mr. Wren, how are you? Games Plus Demos is very good so far. I am starting with, this game, which is called The End of an Obsession, and it is a yandere Yuri visual novel, and the art is extremely good. The witch's eyes bore into you. They're sharper than knives, and they make you shudder. You glance away from her, back out of the window, over the treetops. There is a moment of silence. Then you ask the witch what she would do if you did try to jump from the window. What would happen then? Then you would soon discover that you are not a witch or a bird, and you cannot fly. You would hit the ground, and you would break all of your bones, and that would be that. Then you would die? Most likely, which is why I would not advise it. Of course, you're always welcome to try. Yeah, the textbook is also really nice. Like, I like that there's just, like, vines, like, wrapping around it. It's like, simple, but it's very well designed. Oh, yeah, it does kind of look like a Bachat Allier style. It's kind of like sketchy a little bit. So, that is kind of nice. Yeah, the paneling, yes. Paneling good. But you'd be much worse off for it, don't you think? I suppose being crushed into a bloody, meaty pulp on the ground would be significantly worse than submitting to the indignity of speaking to the witch every once in a while. I knew you'd say that. You're a clever girl. Must be your fancy education. You princesses are all so very smart. You bask in the compliment for a few moments, but something in the witch's words makes you frown. What does she mean, princesses? Why plural? Are you not the first princess she has captured? Oh, well, you know how it is. We witches are very long-lived. We have 9 lives, just like cats. Princesses, meanwhile, only have the one. It would be awfully lonely if I had to pledge myself to one princess, and one alone, when I have endured for so many years. Oh yeah, she told us earlier that she's like lived for over 100 years. And this princess that we're playing as, who does not have a memory, she's at least 18. But, you know, we already have, like, you know, a bit of an age gap going on. And no cats yet, but she's comparing herself to a cat, Yoshi. And thank you for the water. You understand that, don't you? Then, are you not the only princess she has kidnapped? Of course not. So long as princesses exist, witches like myself exist to lead them astray. But worry not. In this moment, you are the only princess that I care for, and I will take good care of you. I can promise you that. More full art. Teasing. Oh, dearie me, where has the time gone? The witch addresses you thus during your 5th day spent in captivity, after she has tried toying with your hair. She stayed at your side rather longer during this visit than she has those in the past, and now the sun is beginning to set. The witch observes you, her long lashed eyes narrowed, and says, "It's unfortunate, but I fear I cannot spend too much more time by your side. I need to be off. Even I have work to do." That's funny. You thought that, as a witch, it was her role to kidnap fair maidens. Is that not her primary line of work? Oh, I wish. It would be nice if there was any money to be made in kidnapping maidens. And who knows, perhaps there is. Never let this girl in the real world. Don't let her know about trafficking. Don't let her know about that. If I put a ransom on you, I'm sure the king and the queen would acquiesce to my requests. Can make quite a tidy profit from capturing princesses. Oh yeah, ransom too, that works. They say you should never mix work and pleasure. Well, it would be nice to make a profit from my passion. I wouldn't wish to tire of my favorite pastime. That would be a true tragedy. So, she regards kidnapping young women as a pastime? Well, what else would it be? It's just a bit of fun. For her, maybe it is. But for you? Oh, I'm sure you'll get used to it soon enough. I've not been too unforgivably wicked to you, have I? You think, briefly, upon the kisses the witch has plied you with during your last few days, her mouth pressed firmly against your own. Again, no consent. You can recall the taste of her saliva upon your tongue. It was oddly floral, wasn't it? Everything about the witch is oddly floral, that you think she might be compensating for something. When she kissed you, you thought you could taste the earth and the dirt, salty soil and writhing worms. A moment passes, you blink. Then, quietly, you say no, she hasn't been too wicked to you. She has, by all accounts, been treating you quite gently. Surprisingly so for a witch. Oh my god, she does eat mud. She's a dirt eater. Dirt witch, dirt witch. Honestly, good for her. Good for her. You can't, you know, just only like the pretty parts of the earth. No, we gotta also like, you know, the dirt, the stone. Natural beauty isn't just flowers. Well, there you go then. You have enough food to eat and clothes to wear and books to read. What more could a girl want for? Oh, you don't know. Your freedom, maybe? Freedom is overrated. How much did you have when you were a princess? That is a good question. You cannot remember. That's what I thought. Okay, well, we also don't really have much of memory anyway, so not a lot to go off of. The witch smiles smugly, then she leans in. She takes her face between her palms, cupping it, and says, "Now look, there are many, many people out there who seek the aid of witches such as myself. There are many sad, lonely little girls out there with no friends and family, and nobody who will listen to them. Granting their wishes is my job, though I fear I've been ignoring their plaintive cries in favor of spending time with you. My clients will probably get angry if I keep shirking my duties." Freedom is overrated. Oh yeah, I mean, we trust her, right? You know, don't you just like being confined to towers? And yes, we do have the classic protagonist amnesia. Very important. Now, that is peculiar. You're surprised that so many people would willingly seek the services of a witch. Do they not have a bad reputation in these lands? Indeed, we do. A bad reputation is better than having no reputation, though. Some people are desperate enough that they're even willing to turn to the devil for help. Oh, the devil's real. I thought that you would know that already, dear one. Maybe if the tower is a PC with Salmon Run. Oh, yeah. I mean, she seems to like supply stuff to our protagonist that she likes. So, like, I'm sure if you got kidnapped by her and said, "Hey, can I have a PC with Salmon Run?" then she'd be like, "Oh, of course, sweetie, of course." And she'll, like, pat your head or something. Yoshi, this is the end of an obsession on Itch.io. I will... yeah. You should be able to find it. The dev also has other games, by the way, that are in this style, which is very nice. You fail to see how this conversational topic is related to you. But then again, you have always been a bit slow on the uptake. Yes, the art is very pretty. It is gorgeous. In any case, I think I'll be busy for a few days. I won't be able to pay you as many regular visits as I have been. But don't fret, I will try to hurry with my obligations as quickly as I can, so I can be with you once again, like fate ordained. Fate? Yes, indeed. A princess is nothing without a witch to keep guard over her. Without me, I fear your existence would lose all meaning. But I would lose meaning without you too. We need one another, just like roses need the earth in which they sprout. So of course I will return to you. I cannot help myself. We are drawn together, you and I. But if you wish for further reassurance, I do not mind making an oath. Now, look here. The witch relinquishes her grip upon you and takes a step back. For a few moments, you allow yourself to feel a flicker of relief, soothed by the distance which has now been put between yourself and the witch. We got more art. And we got a knife. That's how you know shit's about to go down. But then you see a flash of silver in the witch's right hand, and your relief soon withers. What is she holding? This is a knife, my dear one. Just a simple paring knife, really. I mostly use it for peeling fruits, but it should serve my purposes well enough. Behold. The witch lifts her right hand, holding it upwards so it is level with her curious eyes. She extends her long, bony fingers, flexing them so they seem to expand like the unfurling petals of a flower. With her other hand, she holds the handle of the knife steady. Unblinkingly, she introduces the blade of the knife to her palm. Then she presses. Blood begins to bloom on her white flesh in moments, her skin cleaving beneath the tip of the knife. You watch, entranced, as goblets? Yes. A bright red blood splash against the silvery blade, sullying it. The witch cuts herself without any hesitation, without any emotion, as a gardener might snip through the stem of a flower with a pair of shears. Does she not feel any pain? It does not look like it. Her expression is quite impassive, unwavering even. You have wondered before, but you are quite certain now. She truly is not human. She has transcended such petty notions to become something otherworldly, something extraordinary. Now, let me do the same to you. Does she mean to? But of course, a pact has no meaning if only one person is making it. Just as promises have no purpose if only one person is willing to keep them. I'm already offering myself unto you, dear one. So you need to offer yourself up to me too. That way, you will always be bound together, not through words, which are flimsy, but through something much more immutable. This does kind of have a Slay the Princess vibe. A little bit. Part of it's probably just like the topic matters, but you know, you also have a knife and a princess, which, you know, that's like 2 of the 3 things that you have. Both paupers and princesses are capable of telling lies, but blood is always honest. The witch speaks in a curious sing-song which does not match how cold and inhuman her eyes are. She brings down her knife, smear copper brown with her own coagulating blood against your palm. She presses the blade to your skin, which is soft and unyielding, unmarked by any calluses. Yours are hands which have never known hard work. Yours are hands which has never before known any hurt. There, just stay still, alright? That's a good girl. You're doing so well. That was before you met the witch. No consent here. Once more, you find yourself sitting by the tower window, looking out over the forest. The witch was right, you think glumly, as you scan the tops of the trees. This tower really is deep in the woods. Though you strain your eyes, there is nothing but green, green, and more green. The trees are nigh on endless. You have pondered over the pros and cons of jumping from the window before, so that you might run to safety, but you already know that this is a fool's errand. Your room in the stone tower is too high up, for one thing, for you to jump. If you were to attempt it, you would shatter both your legs, or worse. You are unsure whether you can survive the fall, no matter how verdant the grass is at the base of your tower. And, even if you did survive, you would not know where to run. You do not know where the nearest city is. For all you know, it could be miles and miles away. Nobody will be coming to save you, and you cannot save yourself. Princesses shouldn't be too proactive. That isn't how stories like these are meant to go. Like a good little girl, you sit by your window, looking out over the forest, which stretches on endlessly, and you think. You daydream and you dither, but in the end, you do absolutely nothing. That is a lot of time that just passed. Oh, 2 days. Once again, the witch doesn't come to see you. It's been 2 days since you last saw her. Only 2 days, but the time has begun to drag. If she went through all the effort to kidnap you, then shouldn't she make an effort to spend a bit more time with you? You'll have to give her a piece of your mind the next time you see her. It really isn't proper, leaving a lady such as yourself alone for so long. But has it really been that long? It has only been 2 days. That is not so very much. Why then do you feel so uneasy? You have a vague feeling that, in your past life, a life you can't remember, you did more than sitting about, or lying about, waiting. But what else do princesses do other than wait? They wait in their palaces for balls, and then they wait at these balls to be asked to dance, and then they wait for the handsome princes to propose and whisk them away to other, bigger castles. You should be used to all this inertia, this yawning, empty nothingness, but it still gnaws at you. It consumes you, eating you away from the inside out. But you are a good girl, and at the end of the day, and you know better Then to oh my god, I was gonna restart this line. But you are a good girl at the end of the day, and you know better than to overstep the boundaries of the role the witch provided you. You are a princess, and princesses ought to not to try and escape. All you can do instead is remain in your room and let the world pass you by. God, how long's it been? Dear one, it really is good to see you again. I missed you. That is what the witch says when she appears in your tower one sunny morning, after smoothing down the satiny fabric of her petal-shaped gown and adjusting her hair. You hope she's hydrated? I do too. I mean, it seems like they have a stove and, like, she did make tea a little while ago, the witch did, so I assume there's some source of water. You jump upon hearing the witch's honeyed words and drop the book you are perusing from your awkward, fumbling fingers. Wide-eyed, you glance towards the window, where your unexpected, though perhaps anticipated, guest is standing. You hope it does not show on your face. You do not want it to be too woefully obvious, but part of you is relieved to see the witch again. You still do not care for her, of course. She is your captor, but her company is better than no company. Though you have always had a fondness for reading, books can only alleviate so much of your loneliness. It is always better to have somebody else to speak to, even if that somebody else is a witch. How have you been getting along, dear one? The witch asks you, her voice positively skipping as she approaches you. I hope you've not been too bored without me. Your cheeks prickle as you dip your head. Quietly, you mumble something in response. That has not been too bad, really. You've been reading books, and books are amusing diversions, yes, I know that full well. I used to read a lot myself when I was younger and more awkward than I am now. In my youth, all my friends could be found inside of books. I am glad that we have so much in common. I know I'm voicing a girl like that. You will have to tell me all about the stories you have been reading later, but for now... The witch looks you up and down. She takes in your disheveled state. You have not been awake long, though the sun is high in the sky, and tuts. Your hair is full of more knots and tangles than a bramble bush, and the collar of your off-white nightgown is slipping down one of your shoulders. You must make quite the sight, a supposition that the witch affirms with a click of her tongue. Dear, dear, you have not been looking after yourself at all. I know being shut up in this tower must be tedious, but you are still a princess. You can't afford to be so careless with your appearance. You really will be helpless without me. The witch retrieves the brush from your bedside table, then approaches you. Let's get looking pretty, shall we? The mattress depresses beneath the witch's thighs, and you sigh. Ah, yes, now she's looking at the thighs. Very important detail. You know there is little point in trying to pull away from her. Even if you did, where would you go? The witch is all that you have. Without her, you are nothing. Your own worthlessness has already been imbued deep within your bones. You do not want to admit to it, but even you cannot deny the wave of relief that which comes when you finally submit to her. Surely she is hydrating. There's gotta be a source of water somewhere. The witch stays with you in your tower for a few days, just as she did when you were first incarcerated. She tells you stories about her travels and about the sad girls whose wishes she oh so kindly grants. She also tells you fairy tales, some of which you remember, though vaguely, from your childhood. She toys with your hair, leaving flowers through it, and she brews you cups of tea to keep you warm. She dresses you up in various outfits and she paints your face, as if you were a doll. Then, when the night falls, she takes you to bed embracing you, your bodies slung together as if it were meant to be. Though her touch unnerved you in the beginning, you began to find a strange sort of comfort in her proximity. You could not recall anybody being as gentle with you as her, though perhaps that's not saying very much, given you cannot recall much at all. Then, when she leaves you cannot help but feel her loss. The tower feels uncomfortably empty in her absence, like a newly missing tooth, an empty cavity which aches. This is a very cozy looking room. Like, obviously, there's problems, but you know, we got a nice cute little bookshelf, got candles, inviting windows, lamps, flowers, vines. Also some chains over here. I'm sure that's not a problem. You sit up in bed early in the morning after her departure and toy with her hair. You run your fingers through it just as the witch did, but you are hopelessly clumsy and your fingers falter. You try to braid your hair, but you cannot manage it without coming untied. Part of you wonders whether this is not some great failing, given you are a princess. Are princesses not supposed to take great pride in their looks, primping and preening? You must be a poor sort of princess. But, despite that, the witch still cared enough to try and kidnap you. That must mean that you are worth something, if not to your parents. Did they ever really love you if they hadn't bothered to look for you? Then to the witch. At least you have her, and that is enough for the present to soothe you, no matter how hollow your heart might be, might feel. Oh my god. Yeah, say what you will about the witch, but she can interior design. She has played the New Horizons Happy Home Paradise DLC. She has played the 4.0 update or whatever update we're on. Oh, I hope we unlock the full CG so we can like admire them at the end. I want to analyze this. Oh yeah, it is festival. It always messes me up, festival, because I think some years it's like in March and some years it's in February. It's very weird. He told you to put your clothes in a boring drawer where they can cry themselves to sleep. Oh my god. How dare he? Man, Pave, he he does have an interesting sense of style, but he has to understand that is not the only sense of style there is. The days pass by slowly as you wait for the witch's return. Not, you try to tell yourself, that you really care about her. Oh no, now she's being a tsundere. Or it's just denial, not even tsundere. She might have braided your hair oh so gently, threading flowers through it, and she might have fed you sugary sweet treats with her fingers. But still, she tore you away from everything you once knew and loved. She has ruined your life. You know that you should despise her. But when the witch finally returns, you set your book down a little too quickly, and look at her a little too expectantly. The witch seems to notice this. She notices everything with those eagle eyes of hers, because she giggles and says, my, somebody's eager. Did you miss me that much, dear one? Your face flushes at this like a red cat mushroom, and inwardly you wince. You wish you weren't so transparent. You look at your feet. You cannot look at the witch, your captor, and mumble something that is only faintly intelligible. Your response is hardly elegant, but the witch catches the general gist because she chuckles. Come now, don't be like that. I know that you like me, really. Otherwise, you wouldn't look so enthusiastic. You tell the witch suddenly, in the voice of a truculent child? What is truculent? We have another word. Quick to argue or oppose, aggressively defiant. Okay, that checks out. You tell the witch suddenly in the voice of a truculent child that you are not enthusiastic. She's reading too much into things. If you say so, dear. The witch smiles, then reaches into the wicker basket that dangles from the crook of her arm. It seems like you're determined to be difficult today. Though why, I don't know. You'll ruin your pretty face scowling at me like that. But maybe this will cheer you up. The witch draws something from her basket and, entranced, despite yourself, you observe her. You see that she is clutching a small stack of books, 3 of them to be precise, bound in leather. She holds them to you like a peace offering, her smile soft. Here, is this enough to satisfy you, dear one? You thank the witch for her thoughtfulness, feeling ashamed by your earlier conduct, and she beams. No, don't doubt your doubts. It is no trouble at all. I would not wish for you to be bored. Now, let me look at you. How have you been faring in my absence? I see you've been eating well. That's good, but... Oh, hello, Ollie. How are you? Yes, I'm playing a couple visual novels for, my belated Valentine's Day. This is a, Yandere Yuri visual novel. It is pretty short. I'm not sure how much longer we have, but, we are a, princess with not a whole lot of memories been kidnapped, and I think we are slowly falling for this, witch. Even though it is very much Stockholm Syndrome-y. Ollie, alright. Alright, that's good. Hopefully... It is kind of late. I don't know how your sleep's been, but hopefully it's been good. And yes, the best kind. Yeah, this is our Yuri for the night, and I also have some quote-unquote yaoi later just because there are 2 gender protagonists you can choose from. And then we have a special surprise I have not revealed yet. The witch examines you critically, as a sculptor might eye a piece of marble, conjuring with their mind's eye the hidden art piece waiting to burst forth from within it. Something about the way the witch looks at you makes you tremble. Her gaze really is discerning. It's as sharp as a razor, uncomfortably so. Oh yeah, we also made like a blood pact or something earlier. Or she kind of like, you know, forced our protagonist into it. There's not a lot of consent going on here, but you know. Why does the witch make you feel like this? You do not know, but... Oh dear, your hair looks awfully naughty. I fear you have not been taking proper care of it. You ask the witch, once more, why it matters, and she tuts. Of course it matters. If you stop paying attention to your appearance, my eyes might begin to wander. I'm a fickle woman, after all. No, she's being conditional, too. She is hardly a woman. She is a witch. Yes, exactly. We're notorious for being inconstant. Though I suppose that is what happens when one lives as long as we do. The witch chuckles, then retrieves the gilt-backed brush from your bedside table next to the pile of books. Now, would you let me take care of you? Let's get you looking presentable. You bristle at the witch's words. How impetuous she is. Though you wonder whether your response mightn't be, in part, from anticipation. The thought of being taken care of is not wholly unpleasant, even if the one who means to take care of you is a witch. God, so much time is passing. A month! It has been almost a month since you were kidnapped. Not that you know it. Time has lost all meaning to you, shut away within your tower, but it continues still. That is 30 days and, soon to be, 30 nights. More than 700 hours spent trapped within the stone walls of your new home. Yes, you suppose you have begun to regard this place as a home. It is where you live, now, whether you like it or not. You have not yet found a way to escape. You do not know if such a way exists. The walls of your tower are thick and impermeable, and your room is too high up for you to jump out of the window. There are no stairs which lead downwards, to the entrance at the base of the tower, if, indeed, there is an entrance at the base of the tower. For all you know, there is no way out. Is that not what the witch told you? She said she was the only one able to enter and exit at will. You, meanwhile, are quite in her thrall, incapable of escaping. You have been in there for such a long time you're beginning to wonder whether you even want to escape. Where would you go if you weren't able to leave? What would you do? You do not know. So, you continue to stay there. Oh my god, the night in the windows. I already mentioned this earlier, but this room is like literally so cozy. I love the art style so much. There is nothing else for you to do. I do appreciate these built-in water breaks. Happy end. Oh, it's not over yet. At least I don't think it is. Do you ever feel like screaming, dear one? The witch asks you this question one day when she is sitting with you upon the bed. They did think of the streamers and all the people who record and upload these games. So very kind. Definitely not for any, standard, not plot, pacing, emotions. None of that. No. This is for water breaks. Once more, she is toying with your hair, her fingers snicking through it like the teeth of a comb. Her fingers are long and cold, as are her nails. They scrape against your neck, all inhuman, and you tremble, though you try to suppress it. You do not want her to know that she unnerves you, or, worse still, that she endears you. You ask the witch, who sounds uncommonly wary, if there's something is bothering her, and she sighs in response. Is it that apparent? It is rather apparent, yes. It is not like the witch to speak of being tired. You thought this was an emotion which afflicted lesser people, not all-powerful beings such as herself. Oh, you flatter me. I am hardly all-powerful. I endured my fair share of hardship before I was able to become the woman I am today. I have suffered in my time, oh yes, more than you might realize. But my recent suffering has been of more manageable garden variety, I suppose. You incline your head, taking care not to disturb the delicate braids which the witch is twining through your hair in interest. What manner of suffering could be described as garden variety? It is silly, really, but the witch clears her throat and says, I told you that I grant wishes, yes? You think she had mentioned it, yes? Well, there's the thing. Putting yourself in a servile position to others only ever results in headaches. So many girls demand so very much of me, it fast becomes tiring. They can be so ungrateful, too. I've been doing my best to live up to everybody's expectations, but it wears upon me. I have rather begun to sicken of other people. They can go and rot for all I care. But you are different. I know, no matter how much hardship I have to endure, you will not leave me. You will not abandon me. I won't let you. My, you really have become obedient, dear one. The witch's voice is warm in your ear, her breath ghosting against your skin. She sits beside you, upon your bed. Once again, the witch is toying with your hair. She never seems to tire of it, and you will no longer try to pull away from her. You do not want to. What would you be without her? At this point, you can hardly imagine. The witch, recognizing how dependent you have become, giggles and says, "You really are a good girl. You were quite the handful in the beginning, but you warmed up a good deal. It makes for quite the change." Now tell me, dear one, do you miss me when I am not there? You swallow. Your own saliva tastes musty in your tongue, like an old dress which has not been worn in years, like a subterranean prison cell which sees no sunlight. Though the witch is asking, it is a moot question. She already knows the answer. Yes, you miss her. When she is away, you miss her awfully. How nice. I'm glad to hear it. It's wonderful that you can finally be honest with yourself, but I think you're still holding back. Holding back? Indeed. I think your feelings towards me, dear one, are even more intense than that. If you miss me, then it makes me wonder, do you also love me? For a few moments you simply sit there, stunned. You know not what to say, what to do. Though the witch's touch is gentle, you feel trapped, a prisoner clapped in irons. If you had strength enough, you would throw her hands off you and scramble away, clutching what little remains of your dignity to your chest. But what dignity do you have left, really, when you have already surrendered yourself to a wicked witch? You can no longer pretend to have any airs and graces. But, even then, you find there's only one thing you can say to her. I don't love you. Oh? The witch frowns, her arms crossed. Is that so? You worried initially that the witch might be hurt by your response, but that does not seem to be the case. Instead, she seems to ponder, now holding one hand beneath her chin. A moment passes, and then... Well, it's no matter. I expected as much. We haven't spent all that much time together. Not yet, at least. For a witch, a few months in is nothing, really. We are beings who exist beyond mere mortal's conception of time. You see years as seconds, months as a mere blinking of the eye. I could keep doing this over and over again, until you profess your love to me, as I know you do deep down. Here the witch's smile takes us on a sinister edge. She retrieves her knife from the air. Where she pulled that, you hardly know, and says, "And I think that is just what I will do." Now, please don't squirm, dear one. This won't hurt. Too much. You want to ask her what she means, what she wishes to do with that knife, but you can't get the words out, though perhaps this is a good thing. Such questions are awfully trite and tedious, and they are pointless besides. You already know what the witch is planning. She moves in, quick and nimble as a dancer, winding an arm about your waist. As pas de deux, do? My French is really bad right now, sorry. You are her partner, pulled close to her chest as if in a lover's embrace. You feel her fingers split against you, feel her breath upon your cheek. Then you feel the blade of her knife. It enters your chest, plunging deep, deeper than you thought it possible for such a small knife to penetrate. You gasp. You splutter. The front of your nightgown blooms red, just like a garish rose, so bright it hurts for you to look at. It's too painful. The smell of copper fills the air. It fills your mouth. Your vision begins to skew, as does your body. You pitch to one side, clumsy as a duckling, no longer a ballerina worthy of performing upon the same stage as the witch. She is graceful and elegant, as if she is made of air, and you had never felt more lumbering. You pitch to one side, the witch stepping back in a flurry of crimson as she does. Oh my, careful, dear. I wouldn't want you to stain my lovely dress. Then, your head hits the floor with a smack. For a few moments as you lay there, you know that a pain, a sharp, intense agony which consumes you like a wildfire. Your blood pours from your chest, pooling on the floor in a sick, sticky puddle. You try to breathe, but your body refuses you. Your lungs ache, and every inhalation is agony. The few sad, pathetic snatches of air you were able to inhale taste like glass. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But, to your immense relief, it doesn't hurt very long. The witch bends down, knife in hand. Gently, she caresses your face, as though she means to soothe you, as though she cannot countenance... Oh no, I pronounced that word. how you came to be in such a sorry state. My apologies, dear one. I wasn't as efficient as I would have liked. I still don't have much practice with this, but I'm sure you'll forget it all soon enough. In a few minutes, this will all fade away, just like a bad dream. Then, she plunges a knife into your limp, unresisting body once more. You feel the cold, inorganic material plunge deep inside you, chilling you from the inside out. The knife violates your body, which is fast becoming a corpse. More of your life's blood oozes from the gaping, violent wound in your stomach, which is very, very red, just like a rose. Then, there is nothing. You bleed out, your vision blurring, and you die. You do not even have a chance to try and resist your fate. This witch is not merciful, no matter how she claims to care for you, and she will not grant you such a reprieve. Why would she, when you rejected her so callously? In this fairy tale theater full of bad endings, you reap what you sow with your cruelty, your callousness. But don't worry, this is not the end. Don't you know that all fairy tales have to have a happily ever after? It's not the good end. It said it was a bad end. Don't know. We're gonna have good ends still. You died. Oh yeah, he can definitely do a stupid meme edit with a Dark Souls "you died" message. You feel sick when you finally wake up. Like an injured animal, you lie there, so enfeebled you can scarcely move. Your chest hurts as though it was recently split apart. Your heart, meanwhile, hammers anxiously in your breast, a thick, wieldy piece of muscle which is working too hard to assert its own existence. With trembling fingers, you look down. You half expect to find the front of your nightgown dyed red with blood, but it is not to be. Your nightgown is a pureless white instead, the fabric smooth and unwrinkled. How peculiar. You are so convinced upon waking that you would find a crater in your chest, a hole where your heart used to be, that your reality is a touch disappointing. It feels like a letdown. But you would rather have your heart in place, you suppose, inside your breast than outside it and lying upon the floor. With your immediate welfare assured, you then glance about your surroundings. You think that this room, with its stone walls and the bookcases and the wooden chair by the window, looks vaguely familiar. Where have you seen it before? You wonder this, trying to grasp at your faint, fleeting memories when you hear a voice. You whip your head about, the lights in the room flickering, the sun outside sinking, then rising again, and... Oh, I see you're finally awake. You recognize the voice, but where is its owner? Ah, just there. You see her now. There is a woman standing by your bedside. She has the hair the color of sunset that curls around her face. Her eyes are soft, and a smile plays about her lips. She looks sweet, like an angel, but you know only too well that looks can be deceiving. Have you not spoken to her once before, in this very room? You are sure you have, but the harder you try to grasp these details, the more faint and flimsy they become. Perhaps you are making it up. You always have had a penchant for daydreaming. You have not seen this woman before, and if you have, you must have seen her in a dream, or else, perhaps, a nightmare. Oh, you poor thing, the woman tuts. It is almost as though she can tell what you are thinking, or maybe she can simply see your feelings written upon your face, because she says, "You look to be in a bad way. You're awfully dazed, but I ought to be able to help you. Here, drink this." The woman with eyes like roses hands you a mug, one which is earthern? Earthern? I think that's how you say it. And full of some warm liquid of a suspicious, honeyed hue. You look down at the cup, and its dun brown contents askance. Is this really safe for human consumption? Yes, it's fine, silly. I've not poisoned it if that's what you're worried about. In fact, it's the opposite. The opposite? Indeed. I enchanted it to soothe any unwanted aches and pains, and I'm sure your head is aching. It must be after everything that's happened. What happened? Now, I'll only answer one question at a time. I'll get confusing otherwise. And you must be plenty confused already. Now come on, drink. You are a little hesitant to fulfill this woman's request. She's a stranger after all, and you have no idea what liquid inside the cup is. This could be some sort of trap. But the woman is smiling, and she doesn't necessarily look wicked. Perhaps you can trust her? You bring the cup to your lips, not knowing what else to do. The weight of her expectant stare is uncomfortably heavy. You begin to sip. The drink is warm, surprisingly so. It makes your lips tingle. As for the taste, well, not unpleasant. In fact, it's quite nice. Is that honey? You only intended to take a small sip of the curious drink, but before you know it, you have downed the whole mug. It tastes too good, and your head does feel a lot lighter now. You thank the woman hesitantly. You know not what else to say, and she beams. It's alright. I thought you could use a little pick-me-up after everything. You've not had an easy time of it. Haven't you? No? You don't remember? The woman asks. Not a single thing. Well, maybe that's for the best. What happened to you was probably quite traumatic, though I did try to be gentle. I don't want to cause you any undue hurt, but here's the thing. It's surprisingly hard to kidnap a princess from a palace without causing a bit of a fuss. I think we looped. For those who weren't here earlier, this is mostly how the visual novel starts. I'm gonna progress because I'm not sure how much of this is changing. Yeah, so the first few stuff, when she came in, that stuff was different. But this is basically the same. I wonder if what happens if I skip. You glance up, your head snapping into position. Oops. Snapping into position like a ball jointed doll's. Then you take in the woman standing before you. Or is she a woman? It is hard to tell. Her appearance is oddly amorphous, seeming to shift even as you observe her, between various ages, various states of being. In one moment she looks younger than you, fresh-faced and rosy-cheeked, a young maiden not yet in her 80th year. 18th. Not 80. This is different, by the way. But in another moment, you could swear she is ancient beyond mortal comprehension, decades of experience painting her face so that the hollows of her eyes seem to sag. How old is this girl woman, this aberration of no fixed appearance, with her pale skin and her pale pink hair? You do not know. You cannot get to the bottom of her. She is like a puzzle box, a mystery which demands solving. But you are tired and your head hurts, and you scarcely know who you are, let alone who this girl, this woman, is. You cannot think. It hurts to think. But that does stand to reason, does it not? This woman, did she not introduce herself yesterday as a witch? Said that you were a princess, and princesses are not supposed to think. You try and employ too much brain power, you will accomplish not save ruining her good looks. It is better not to bother. You ask the witch what she is doing. An innocent inquiry, tempered by sleep, makes her laugh. What does it look like, my dear? I am waking you up. Well, yes, you can see that. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some new content, it looks like. Alright, I do think that the skip is working as intended, which I was kind of worried about because some games, you know, when you play, they do not, like, stop when you haven't seen something, so I'm glad that this is. Okay. Alright, so this is another day. She is trying to feed us something, perhaps. The witch giggles, and in a girlish manner, she says, Hungry? Briefly, you think of denying her query. but you know you are being unreasonable. It feels almost like an accusation, as if she is mocking you for needing to consume food to live. Oh, Schmoop's gonna eat. Alright, no problem, thank you for the raid. No, I mean, I was gonna stream anyway, I just didn't know when, and then I didn't realize you wouldn't raid me, so I had to try to set up quickly, but it's fine. I had mostly planned this. But yeah, sleep well. Hopefully have a good night. And thank you. For some reason, admitting to the witch that you possess such base needs feels excruciating. You would just as soon admit that you like rolling about in the dirt like a beast. That is how she makes you feel. You keep your mouth closed, your lips pressed together, but though your mouth might be silent, the rest of your body is not so obedient. From your stomach a low, earthy rumble emits, loud enough that there is no mistaking it. You wind your arms about your stomach, but it makes not a blind bit of difference. It continues to rumble regardless, low and deep, like an undersea disturbance. The witch notices it. Well, of course she does, how could she not? And she giggles. Well, at least your body's honest, even if your mouth isn't. Your face flushes bright red at this, of all the indignities. But the witch does not linger upon it. Perhaps she is trying to spare you. Instead, she reaches into your wicker basket and holds a flaky pastry out towards you. You stare at the pastry, your gaze affixed to it as if it were a holy grail, a sacred relic. All of a sudden, you can think of nothing but food. Alright, this is the same. She feeds us the biscuit. The breeze disturbs your hair, the hem of your dress. You exhale. A few moments pass, awkward moments as the witch hums to herself, while you glance out over the trees. A question rises to your throat, one which feels too large for your slender body. You know you will not like the answer, but you still feel compelled to ask. Why, you ask the witch, did she trap you in this tower in the first place? What does she want from you? Oh, you silly thing. The witch steps aside from the stove, then kneels before you. She takes your hands between her long, bony fingers, then gives them a squeeze. A shock of cold knives through you, and you shudder. With wide, deer-like eyes, you observe the witch, as softly she says, I don't want anything from you. I just want you. You do not understand the distinction, and you tell her as much. What does she mean? What I said. You don't need to do anything, dear one, or say anything. You don't need to be anything, other than yourself, of course. I didn't bring you here because I desire you to act in a certain way. I just wish to enjoy your company. There is something a little flattering, you suppose, about that. Your heart flutters, color rising to your cheeks. But it still does not answer your question. If she wanted only to enjoy your company, why did she have to keep you a prisoner? Should she not enjoy your company in another manner, one that's less inconvenient? Naturally, that is what I wished, but it isn't so easy, you know. It isn't? No, dear one. You are a princess, you see, and I am a witch. We could not have been together if you were remained in that palace. You would have been wed to a boorish, loutish prince who wouldn't appreciate you, and I would be distraught. Distraught? Does she truly care for you that much? I care for you a lot, dear one. The witch speaks softly, her voice disarmingly gentle, as she cups your cheek, her finger sliding into your hair. Her digits are still disturbingly bony, but you find you don't mind it as much as you thought you would. Thank you, Yoshi. Thank you for the water. Also, is my chat message not working? It is not connected to the Twitch broadcasted for some reason, but, whatever. That's fine. It looks like there's an update available for Streamer Boss, so I guess it's just gonna be, only partial for now. Oh, Yoshi going to sleep. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, Yoshi. I hope you have a good evening. And thank you very much for the hydrations. Actually, looks like I can update right now, so I'm gonna do that because I don't think it's gonna affect anything otherwise. Incorrect number of scopes. What the heck does that mean? Uh-oh. The thing is progressing without me. Hold on. Her digits are still discernibly bony. You finally don't mind as much as you thought you would. Okay, I'll fix your robot in between games, because I want to worry about the game. I thought that would be not big of a deal, but it is. Also, hi Nick, how are you? We are playing a Yandere Yuri game. It no longer bothers you. There's something almost soothing about her touch. That is why I had to kidnap you. If I want to put it selflessly, I suppose I could say I meant to rescue you from your tedious fate of being wed to some strange man and whisked away to a foreign land, taken far away from me. But I'm a witch, so I'm selfish, and that's not really why I brought you here. I brought you here because I wanted to be with you. I couldn't bear to see another speak to you or touch you. I wanted to keep you all to myself. It is why you can't leave. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I wished you to be mine, and so I took you. That's all there is to it. Ah yes, yonder Yuri, it is peak. I do have some meowing next. So don't worry, we're not leaving that out. And if you ask your voice shaky, you were to jump out of the window, what then? Okay, yeah, this is the same again. Okay, she's talking about, oh yeah, the little bond she makes. Your brow furrows, your expression flat and dull, uncomprehending. Did you once turn to a witch? This witch? For help in the past? If you led a life as shelter as the witch is claiming, it doesn't seem beyond the realms of possibility. But this, like so many other things about your past, will have to remain a mystery. In any case, I think I'll be busy for a few days. Okay, so she's leaving. She's gonna leave us alone. We do the pact. She comes back, talking about books. Keeping our protagonist company. Oh yeah, since you weren't here earlier, Nick, we are kind of in a loop a little bit. I'm not really sure what's happening yet, but there's some kind of weird time thing going on. And yes, the art is beautiful. I love the art so much. I said that already, but I really hope we get to see the full CGs at the end. Yes, you think that is the right word for it. Your tower is lonely. You have been trying not to admit it, not even to yourself, because that feels like a confession of weakness. But the quiet has been gnawing on you. Now, the witch is no ally of yours. It's quite the opposite, in fact. It is nice to have another human to interact with. Not, you suppose, that she is a human. Not in the traditional sense of the word. She is still a witch. They cannot trust her, and yet... Oh, sorry, my voice is going already. This one's a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but Perhaps it's like 1 hour for one loop, and this is like the bonus content. How have you been getting along, dear one? The witch asks you, her voice positively skipping as she approaches you. I hope you've not been too bored without me? Your cheeks prickle as you dip your head. Alright. We are talking about books still. So her touch unnerved you in the beginning. You begin to find a strange sort of comfort in her proximity. Oh yeah, because they're lying in bed together. Very close. What else do you have, after all, to spend time with? Who else will look at you like the witch does, with enchanted eyes, as if everything you have to say, not that she gives you ample opportunity to speak, is utterly enrapturing. You have never met anybody like her before. Lewd. I know, they're touching in bed. No. It has to do with Miku Cursor. I was considering a different one for these games, but Miku Cursor kind of fits the vibe, so I kept it. I have a couple different cursors in my collection. Yeah, I've never met anybody like her before. At least you do not think you have. Your past is hazy, your memories vague and cloudy like the surface of an old mirror. You could not remember. Still, you think that the witch must be special. She makes you feel special, and that is reason enough to hold her in high esteem. Then, when she leaves you, you cannot help but feel her loss. The tower feels uncomfortably empty in her absence, like a newly missing tooth, an empty cavity which aches. You sit up in bed early in the morning after her departure and toy with your hair. Run your fingers through it just as the witch did, but you are hopelessly clumsy and your fingers falter. You try to braid your hair, but you cannot manage it without it coming untied. Yeah, she cannot take care of herself because she is dependent. Very sad. Ooh, okay, this is near the ending. Okay. Alright, so we spent probably like definitely way over a month at this point if our protagonist's perception of time can be held accountable. I think your feelings towards me, dear one, are even more intense than that. If you miss me, that makes me wonder, do you also love me? You stare at the witch with wide, anxious eyes, just like a deer's. This question has stirred something within your chest. Half-remembered dreams, perhaps, passing fancies. Or maybe even memories? You can recall somebody asking you this question once, a long, long time ago, but you don't remember who it was. You don't remember how you responded to their query. You do remember the pain, however, short and sharp. Then there was nothing. Well, the witch asks, her rose-colored eyes are fixed upon you. What do you have to say? You do not know. You stand there, shaking, your hands clasped at your heart, as if to defend it from a vicious predator. Clever-eyed crow, perhaps, who likes to make meals out of knock-kneed princesses. What should you say? Oh no. 4 options, and they are still, I don't love you. Though you know the witch's question is a loaded one. You know full well what the answer she wants. You cannot bring yourself to give it. You cannot tell the witch that you love her, even though your body is screaming at you to do so, your every nerve ending on fire. You have vague memories of beholding this scene once before, of the witch standing before you, knife in hand, but even then you will not betray yourself. You will not let her get the better of you. She has taken so much of you already, your freedom, your future, and so many, many hours. You will not let her have your heart, too. That is something you must guard jealously, for, as a princess, is your heart not your greatest asset? You must keep it safe, so that you might bequeath it to a handsome prince who might one day come by to rescue you. But the witch must know what you are thinking, because the smile which paints her lips is cruel, mocking even. She snorts and says, "Oh, you mean to reject me because you think a prince might rescue you?" It is a pretty notion, my dear, but there is no prince to rescue you now. There is just you and me. You can accept my love or not, but if you don't, you will suffer the consequences. Haven't you learned your lesson already, you silly thing? You really are stubborn. There's a flash of light. The witch retrieves, seemingly from thin air, a knife. One with a short blade, but just sharp enough. You know from past experience how very devastating that blade can be. You are sure now as you back away from your captor. The scene is played out before, exactly as it has now. Exactly as it is now. You are sure that the witch has ascended upon you, knife in hand, but your feet refuse to move. They root you to the spot, as if you are an old oak tree, incapable of breaking away. This is simply your role to play in the story. Fair, pretty princesses always meet tragic ends like this, but there are no princes about to rescue them. You play with fire, you poor little fool, and now you have become hopelessly burned. The witch plunges the knife into your breast for a second time while you stand there unresisting. This time, she makes quicker work of you, and she pierces your heart in a single blow. Your body slumps to the ground, senseless Jessica dolls. And once again, the cycle repeats itself. You feel pain when you finally wake up. Your whole body burns as though cast into flames, and the first thing you do upon waking is scream. You scream over and over again, like a banshee, all while tearing at your body, grabbing fistfuls of cloth between your fingers as if you might mean to rend your own nightgown asunder. Somebody stabbed you, you can remember that much. A knife plunged into your chest between your ribs and pierced your heart. You bled out and you died, and it hurt. It hurt so, so much you don't know why you're still sitting here unblemished, or why you're still breathing. What is going on? You shouldn't be alive. You died, you're sure of it. You know that you died, you felt yourself dying. You felt your corpse slowly becoming cold as you lay there, still and stiff, a porcelain doll made of immovable, mutable flesh left to mold and wither away. But your chest is whole, your nightgown clean. There is no blood. There is no wound. What happened? You examine yourself, your heartbeat slowly steadying. With shaking hands, you press your fingers to your chest as if this act might reveal some secret cavity in which you can wriggle your joints inside like worms. You pat yourself down, but in vain. There's nothing wrong with you at all, and now you're starting to feel rather silly. You flush, embarrassed at your unseemly conduct, when, all of a sudden, you hear a footstep. You whip your head upstairs, the lights in the room flickering, the moon outside sinking and then rising and rising again, and... Oh, I see you're finally awake. Again, another loop it looks like. It looks like this is mostly the same. Okay. Oh, okay. Oops. The witch addresses you thus during your 5th day spent in captivity, after she is tired of toying with your hair. Oh, no, don't auto-progress, thank you. She stayed at your side rather longer than during this visit than she has those in the past, and now the sun is beginning to set. The witch busied herself for hours, playing with you as one might a doll, though you, of course, are much more than that. While dolls have hard, impermeable bodies made of porcelain, which are incapable of experiencing sensation, it is not so for you. You feel every single touch the witch bestows upon you. When her fingernails press against your scalp, you cannot help but shudder. You have begun to think during the ensuing days that perhaps things would be easier for you if you were a doll. Then you would not sigh so from her touches, would not lean into her kisses, though you wished you could lean away. If you could not feel emotions, perhaps the witch would not take so much obvious delight in drawing them out of you. Then perhaps she would not torment you so. Like a playground bully, the witch keeps on pressing. She pokes and she prods until your stony facade crumbles. She takes delight in your whimpers, but she seems to enjoy it all the more when you snap at her. You have told the witch to leave you alone before, but she never does. Your aggression only ever procures from her that light, tinkling laughter which has begun to grate on you so. The laughter of a child who knows not the hurt she is causing. Or perhaps she does know, she does not care. You are unsure what is worse. The witch finally seems to have had enough of your company, however, because she rises from your bed. The witch observes you, her long-lashed eyes narrowed, and says, "It's unfortunate, but I fear I cannot spend too much more time by your side. I need to be off. Even I have work to do." Alright, leaving again. The pact. You have pondered the pros and cons of jumping from the window before so that you might run to safety, but you already know that this is a fool's errand. You are unsure whether you can survive the fall, no matter how verdant the grass is at the base of your tower, and even if you did survive, your legs did not break from the impact, which are already two great suppositions. You would not know where to run. You do not know where the city is. For all you know, it could be miles and miles away. It could even be across a sea of lava, across the dark, tempestuous ocean. You have no idea if this is the country you are born in, and neither do you know where you are on any map. Which is the only person who can tell you where you are. You get the distinct feeling that she is not being wholly truthful with you. She responds to your queries, yes, but her words seem to bend just like the sunlight when it meets the surface of a mirror. Her words are like quicksilver. They shift and mutate, and you cannot pin them down. When you ask her where you are, she smiles and laughs and says, "Why, in this tower, of course." When you ask her where the tower is, she says, "In the woods." This is not a lie, of course. We're most definitely in a tower, which is situated in the woods, but any attempt to extricate further information from results in laughter. If you ask too many questions, she invariably starts kissing you. It's quite effective at shutting you up. It's very hard to articulate yourself when the witch's tongue is nudging against your own, and her arms are about you, and you are sighing. When she takes you in her arms, and she holds you, she kisses you, you forget about your questions. You forget about trying to escape, if only for a few blissful moments, where there is nothing much seems to matter save her. Then she leaves you, and you find yourself feeling more uneasy than ever before, disgusted at yourself for cleaving so easily to her kisses, and even more confused. Hell yeah. Now remember, the consent here is very dubious. You still have no idea where you are, but remember the particulars don't matter. Oh, maybe the particulars don't matter. You are in a tower in the forest, and nobody but the witch knows where you are. We too love to have gone, yep. So fun. The witch is kind of problematic. Yeah, a little bit, you know. There's some faults here and there, but hear me out. She's a really good kisser. You are in a tower in the forest, and nobody but the witch knows where you are. Nobody will be coming to save you, and you cannot save yourself. Even if you could have jumped from the window, you can't, and you knew where the city was, you don't. There is something rather uncouth about attempting to escape. You are a princess, after all. Princesses aren't supposed to rescue themselves. That's not how stories like these go. They're supposed to wait until a handsome prince rescues them, and that's what you do. Problematic Yuri. You support women's rights and wrongs. So true. Oops. There we go. Alright, that's why I began reading. It's fortunate that the tower isn't completely devoid of entertainment. There are books, at least, shelves full of them, stacked against the stone walls. There are so many books, the wood shelves groan beneath their weight. You're hard-pressed to pick a book, but you eventually settle upon romance. It's frothy and inoffensive, and not particularly interesting, but losing yourself within its pages is better than sitting idle. It at least occupies your brain. It stops you from thinking about your predicament, which can only be described as dire. And it stops you, too, from thinking about her. That really is the most frustrating part about this whole experience. When the witch was with you, forever by your side, you could not wait to be rid of her. Now you are rid of her, you have nothing left to look forward to save her next visit. Your world has become very small indeed since you were kidnapped, compressing down on itself till it could be fit inside a walnut shell. Anna cast asleep. No problem. Have a good night and sleep well. That is why you read. If you immerse yourself in somebody else's life, even if it's a made-up life, it might stop you thinking about your own. At the moment, it's the only meaningful way in which you can be free. One thing I haven't mentioned yet so far, the music is also really cool. There's some pretty stylistic music direction as well, and I like it a lot. Like this track, you know, it's like innocent but also slightly foreboding. And then there's also the theme that I remember that plays whenever she's like stabbing the protagonist. And I like how that is like kind of choppy and messed up. It's very good. Yes, it is very fitting. I like it a lot. Dear one, it really is good to see you again. I missed you. Alright, I think this is the same. Yes, okay. We skipped a little bit. Haunted Carnival Core. Yes, it is very much Haunted Carnival Core. There be ghosts here. The witch retrieves the brush from your bedside table, then approaches you. She has done this many times before, but you find yourself shrinking away from her regardless. You do not want the witch touching your hair. You do not want her touching any part of you. You do not want to be alone, but you do not want to be with her either. You do not want her to disappear, but you cannot bear to look at her. Paralyzed by indecision, not knowing what you want, not knowing what to say, you edge away, small and afraid, while the witch smiles. Now, let me make you beautiful. The mattress depresses beneath the witch's thighs, and you sigh. Okay, same again, I think? Yeah. Did you miss me that much, dear one? Your face flushes at this like a red cat mushroom, and inwardly you wince. Aren't princesses supposed to be calm, composed, perfectly poised? You might not remember much of your past, nor of your life in the palace, but you think you should be accustomed to compliments at this point. Surely princes have been going down on one knee and taking your hand for years, ever since your 18th birthday? It should be ingrained in you, but you feel awkward and clumsy before the witch's words regardless, stripped bare and oddly exposed. It is enough to make you wonder, are you really a princess at all? You look at your feet. You cannot look at the witch, your captor, and mumble something that is only faintly intelligible. Okay. Same thing. Oh, is it? Is it same thing? Is this enough to satisfy you, dear one? You mean to reply, really you do, but the words catch in your throat. Your initial instinct is to thank the witch for your kindness, but why should you? She kidnapped you. You do not owe the witch anything. You should not owe her anything, at least. But that makes it all the more complicated to navigate this gift. What should you do? You dither for a few moments, her and mute. You never know what to say to the witch, while the witch chuckles. Well, let me leave these for you at your bedside table. You can peruse them when it's most convenient for you, or not, if they aren't to your liking. I'm not boorish enough to force a gift upon a fair maiden if she doesn't want it. That is quite curious, given she was boorish enough to kidnap you. Witch's gaze is discerning. Why does the witch make you feel like this? You do not know, but you wish you didn't. Makes your skin crawl. Oh dear, your hair looks awfully naughty. I fear you've not been taking proper care of it. Talking about the hair. She's brushing. Oh, she wants to brush the hair. Okay, looks like she does actually brush the hair again. Okay, so it's been a month. Where'd you go if you were able to leave? What would you do? The time unspools before you, each day blurring into the other. You have so much time now, but there's precious little to fill save reading. You've gone through most of the books in your tower already. You're beginning to long for something more than light, frothy fairy tales, even more insubstantial than sea foam. Perhaps you will ask the witch for more books when she next visits you, though you have no idea when that will be. Her visits are sporadic, and she does not always stay for very long. She seems to care more about how you look than what you think, and she fusses about your hair and clothes more than your words. But maybe that is to be expected. You are a princess, after all. You are raised like a sacrificial lamb to be bartered away to the highest bidder. That is how all princesses are, whether they are engaged to princes or kidnapped by witches. They exist to be looked at and to be admired. What they think is of little consequence. The witch's treatment of you rankled in the beginning. It stung your pride you suppose, as a princess. In the beginning, you railed against her. Now, however, you have begun to miss her company. Every day when you awake, you are made aware anew of just how much your world has shrunk. It contains nothing save the witch. There's nothing for you to anticipate beyond her visits. Nobody for you to speak to save the voices in your own head. It wears upon you, but you have the strangest of feelings that this is where you belong. This is your new world. You are playing the role that is expected of you. Or is this not what princesses are supposed to do? Being a prisoner must be in your blood. It is part of who you are, ingrained into you, just like your knowledge on how to pour a cup of tea without spilling it, or how to address your superiors without making a nuisance out of yourself. You know how to be quiet, how to be meek, how to be mild. You do not know how to stop worrying, however. What will happen to you if the witch begins to tire of you? What then? Okay, I like that sequence a lot because you could, like, with the sky outside the window, you could tell the time was passing as these thoughts were happening, so I thought that was pretty neat. Oh no, not the screaming question again. He's tired. Hardship. Suffering a little bit. So many girls demand so very much of me, it fast becomes tiring, and they can be so ungrateful too. It always feels like being back in the conservatoire again. Conservatoire? What is that? Some sort of school for witches? Never you mind, dear. The witch chuckles softly, her fingers stealing in your hair. Her voice sounds light as always, but you detect a strange note to it, a degree of hesitance. Did she misspeak? Perhaps she let slip a bit more than she intended. It is a nuisance, that is all. I vowed that I would not take on more favors for others, but even witches must fulfill their purpose. I have rather begun to sicken of other people. You can go and rot for all I care. But you are different. I know, no matter how much hardship I have to endure, you will not leave me, you will not abandon me. Because you won't let us. So I almost wonder how many loops there are. I think the game page said that it was like only about an hour long, but I'm not sure what that hour contains exactly. So I don't know how much we have. Docile like a cat. You have been a prisoner for so long it would be foolish to remain antagonistic towards her. She is the one, after all, who feeds you, who entertains you, who keeps you company. You miss me. Yes, you miss her. Okay. Let's see what options we have this time. Your prediction is the princess was flowers the whole time? Oh, that would be kind of cool. That would be a twist. The witch is just going insane. It's just the flowers around the room. Do you also love me? You have been fighting off slowly haunting feelings of deja vu since you first awoke in this tower. But this question finally brings you to your senses. You feel as though you have finally awoken, just like Sleeping Beauty from a long, long dream. The witch has asked you this question once before. She asked you whether you loved her, and you refused her. You were too proud and haughty to accept her love, and you paid for it. She splashed your blood against the tower floor, and you were left to lie there in a heap, a sad, pathetic pile. You did not look very much like a princess then, for all of your airs and graces. The witch left you to die, but she is a merciful witch, and she has given you a second chance. What will you say to her this time? Oh, this might be... Oh, shoot, I don't think I can save... No, it's not letting me go back. Maybe I should have saved, but... Okay, so... My guess is that there is a divergence, but it's just a question of how much they diverge, or the other option is that the I don't love you option just sends you back through another loop. I don't know, so I'm gonna say I love you. Even though the princess this time around has definitely been thinking a lot more for herself. So we'll see what happens. In the face of the witch's inquisition, there's only one thing you can say. There's only one thing that destiny will allow you to say. This is the moment that your story has led up to. This is why you exist within this tower, with the witch watching over you. You exist solely that you can love her, and you know the moment the words pass your lips that you have done your duty. You have fulfilled your role in the story. There will be no more resisting from you now. Your shoulders slump in relief, finally content with your newfound bondage, with this repeating recursive nightmare, as the witch smiles. She looks at you tenderly, as a mother might a child, as though you are her child, and you have pleased her by eating all of your vegetables or tidying up your toys. It took some doing, but you have finally given her the correct answer. Bondage time! Well, there are some chains up there that I commented on earlier, as like a passing comment. Of course you love the witch. How could you not? She is all you know in this world, and all you have to rely on. And is blind reliance not what love is? You know, maybe not. But the witch seems to agree because she giggles. Her fingers curl against her captive cheeks, her nails digging into them just hard enough to hurt. So sharply, she threatens for a brief moment to draw blood. But your concerns are soon allayed, or else overwritten, when the witch leans in. Softly, she says, I knew you couldn't keep holding out against me. You are awfully stubborn, but all of that silly resistance is in the past. Finally, you're all mine, my adorable, pretty princess. Then she kisses you, a harsh, crushing kiss which robs the air from your very lungs, and the scents clean out of your skull. Suffocated. Suffocation ending. You thought, after confiding in the witch, that she might be more compelled to spend time with you. You had hoped by sharing your gently blossoming feelings, it would kindle a newfound understanding between the two of you, that she would come to care for you. You had hoped. Oh, you are not sure what you had hoped, not anymore. It was not this. The days continue to slide by, as slippery as an eel's back, and you see no sign of the witch. She left you food enough to last several weeks, food which does not seem to sprout mold nor turn sour no matter how much time passes. Perhaps it is enchanted. The hard loaves arrived by the witch bequeathed you do not turn bluish-white from age, and the cheeses she bestows you with retain much of their flavor. The punnets of strawberries are still streaked, the cherries tantalizingly tart. You are not in any danger of languishing any time soon, but though your stomach is full, your heart was disconcertingly empty. It feels as though the witch has stolen something from you, something precious, which you cannot recover. The witch has already stolen from you your old home, your old life. She may have also stolen your old memories, though you are less sure about that. You're beginning to fear, however, that in the wake of your confession she has stolen something even more intimate. She has stolen your affection, plucking words of love from your lips as easily as she might twist a berry from a bush, or the head from a flower. She has harvested your feelings in a manner which, in retrospect, seems uncomfortably calculated. Does she lavish you with gifts that you might grow to adore her? Does she cultivate your feelings on purpose, in the hopes of reaping them, of having someone else to steal from you? Now that she has claimed your heart, perhaps she no longer finds you amusing. Has she begun to grow bored of you? What will happen to you then? Will she abandon you, all alone in this tower, with no way of escaping, with no means of procuring your own food? If she were to do that, you are sure you would die, either of loneliness or starvation. You are unsure which would come first. You try to take solace within the pages of the numerous novels within your tower, but you have read them all before. The stories entombed within the pages do not change. They cannot distract you from your anxieties. The actions of the put-upon heroines in any case all seem awfully trite. There's a lot of running through woods, brambles snagging at the hems of dresses, or else catching in hair, and anyway, these stories all end badly. The heroine always dies. As far as romance stories go, they are not very cheerful. They cannot console you. The witch is not there, and, in your absence, you are all alone. Oh no, not the crazy music again. Maybe saying I don't love you was like the good ending. This is the bad ending because like you're relinquishing yourself. That's what I'm wondering. The days continue to pass, but little changes. The witch pays you a handful of visits, but they are infrequent, few and far between. They are depressingly perfunctory alongside it. These visits do little to assuage. I don't know how to say that. You, the witch still loves you. How can she when she comes and goes so very easily, just like a cat? She loved you. Could she really abandon you without a backwards glance? You do not know, or perhaps you do not want to. Dwelling upon it is too uncomfortable. Does the witch not know what she is doing to you? Does she not know how much you have come to care for her? Surely she must, for it was she who pulled that confession, timorous though it was, and uneasy, from your lips. You told the witch that you loved her, and she's repaid you by abandoning you. Did you come on too strongly? Was she unhappy to hear of your affection for her? That cannot be right, though, not when she laughed upon hearing your confession. You thought that would make her happy. Was that not presumptuous of you? What do you know of the witch? You do not even know her name. You work yourself up into knots with every day that passes. So much so your insides feel uncomfortably tangled. Not knowing what to say nor what to do, you remain mute. It is easier to say nothing than to say too much, and to shadow a low regard the witch might have for you. But you ache for her presence, for her attention, and for her affection. And so, unable to stop yourself, you find yourself asking the witch what you did wrong. Why has she been avoiding you? Avoiding you, dear one? The witch looks at you questioningly. Her expression is so believably bemused that you begin to doubt yourself. I am not avoiding you. Perish the thought. Why would I do something so callous? You are not sure. That's why you are asking her. She spends so little time with you lately, you just thought... Ah, that is where you're getting tripped up, dear one. You are a princess, therefore you should not think. You have no need for it. Princesses are made to be pampered by others, not to try and sleuth their way out of their own problems. You'll be much happier if you stop worrying, silly thing. Well, yes, you suppose she is right. You can see the logic there. Your life would be a lot easier if you could simply switch off your worries as if they're a gas lamp, but... That's enough, dear one. Remember what I said? There is no sense in thinking. You will work yourself up again. But you cannot help but think. You have nothing else to occupy your hours when she is away. He's been away so often lately. Ah, yes, I suppose you are right. I've been keeping away from you lately. That is not due to any malice on my part. No? Of course not. My feelings for you remain as strong as ever. But I've been awfully busy lately, that is all. There are many sad, lonely girls out there, after all, with wishes that need granted. If I have seemed at all distracted, that is why. It has nothing to do with you, so please, do not cry. I cannot bear to see you looking so sad. What? Were you crying? Yes, you are. Your eyes are wet, so are your cheeks. Poor dear thing. The witch tuts, then leans in. Gently, she introduces her fingers to your cheeks, cupping them as if you are something invaluable. When she touches you like that, you feel as though you are precious. On your own, it is easy to get caught up in the mire of your own thoughts, but with the witch... Shh, easy now. Try not to cry, dear. You will spoil your pretty face. With the witch, you feel like the princess she claims that you are. She makes you feel as though for the first time in your life, you are wanted, you are needed, you are safe. And perhaps that is why you begin to cry in earnest, the gentler the witch handles you. You always thought it was a foolish thing, to kill somebody with kindness, but now you think you'd finally see the logic behind it. The witch is killing you, whether she knows it or not. Even when she leaves you, you are not alone, not truly. She has burrowed her way into your heart, and there you fear she will remain, lodged from now until the end of all times. You will never be able to disentangle yourself from her. You love her far too much for that. You try to maintain a positive attitude as the days elapse, afraid that it might deter the witch if you become too mawkish. You can get through these days well enough, brushing your hair, painting pictures, or else slipping through the numerous books which the witch has brought you. You have distractions enough to keep your mind and your hands occupied, a fact for which you are thankful. You do not have many distractions, but you have enough. When the sun sinks beneath the trees, however, and the sky turns dark blue and then black, your doubts begin to pile up on you. During the night, when it is cold and the wind is blowing, you can no longer fool yourself. It has been a week, 2 weeks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 since you last saw the witch. She visits you rarely now, so much that your cool, untouched skin is beginning to yearn for the brush of your fingers. You sit by your window when the sun begins to sink, and you watch as it dips beneath the horizon. You hope, with the setting of the sun, that the witch might pay you a surprise visit. You wonder whether she might appear at the window and pull you into her arms, pepper your eyelids and your cheeks with kisses. But she never does. God, the days going by so rapidly. You are sitting at the window once again, as has become a commonplace occurrence for you. dreaming of what could be, of what should be. At first you were imprisoned within the stone tower. You used to dream of escaping from your confines and running far, far away. You had dreams of sitting up upon a cliffside, the salty breeze in your hair and the sound of the waves upon the shore in your ears. That, or seeking refuge amongst rows of thatched roof cottages in the quiet residence where few dwell. You dreamt of being taken in by somebody wiser than you, somebody kinder. You dreamt of being treated with care and with respect. That is all you wanted. But your wishes have shifted since then, as has your heart. No longer do you dream of the seashore, of the waves, and of the cliffs. Your dreams have become rather more isolated. You dream of residing within the walls of this tower, as you currently do, with a witch by your side. She tells you that she loves you, and you lean into her love. You accept it without question, as if her words were manna from heaven, sweeter than honey. You no longer wish to be loved in the calm, quiet, measured sort of way. You want the obsessive, all-consuming love of a witch who was determined enough to keep you captive. What other form of love could be more meaningful than this? You do not want a bland love, a milk-toast love, a common, everyday, unremarkable love. You have grown accustomed to the love of a witch, a love which possesses and which consumes. You want the witch to love you as you have come to love her. But when the witch finally does come to visit you, you cannot see any love upon her face. You cannot see any love in her eyes. They are cold and hard, just like stones. You gasp when you see her, do not expect her, scramble to your feet. Your souls are bare. Do not bother to dress yourself, have not bothered for the last. How many days has it been? Do not remember. You have grown rather slovenly about your appearance. You no longer care to brush your hair, to change out of your nightgown, to don your petticoats or your bodice, or even your stockings. What is the point when the witch has stopped visiting you? You would sooner lie in your bed like a consumptive wretch and slowly die. That is how it feels without the witch's company, like you were dying. You have known an intense, obsessive love, and now it is gone. Without that love, you've begun to wither away. It really is a tragedy. You hope the witch will be able to see how much you are suffering without her. You hope that she will take pity upon how very pathetic you have become, and she will promise to stay with you. You wait with wide, eager eyes, hoping that she will offer you some excuse as to her absence. It needn't be a good excuse, as long as it is not, I have grown tired of you, as long as it is not, I no longer love you. Or worse still, I never loved you. If she lies to you, you can still love her. If she lies to you, you can pretend that she still loves you. If she lies to you, she can spare your feelings. But the witch's voice is less than reassuring when she addresses you. Her voice is cool when she says, "Dear me, you're in an awful state. You haven't brushed your hair. You haven't bothered dressing either. Some princess you are. Your parents would be ashamed. If a creature like you has any appearance to speak of, that is." A creature? Look at the witch uncomprehendingly. What does she mean by that? I mean what I said. Just take a look at yourself if you do not believe me. Look at your reflection, then try to argue that you aren't a creature. You would look at yourself, but there is no mirror. You have not seen your own face, save for the faint reflection in the witch's dark eyes for... God, how long have you been trapped in here? Ah, yes, I suppose that is true. I was hoping you might remember who you are for yourself. That means need to spell things out for you. But you're remarkably tense, aren't you? I thought you were supposed to be wise, but I suppose even the most powerful witches are capable of self-delusion, when the truth becomes too unpleasant for them to confront it. What does she mean, witches? You thought that you were a princess. Oh, yes, I did tell you that, didn't I? Thought it would be amusing. A bit of role reversal. I wondered if you would like to be the heroine in a love story, for once, rather than the antagonist. This has dragged on for too long already. It isn't entertaining anymore. It was never that entertaining in the beginning, to be honest. But then again, I never have been as cruel as you are, and I don't enjoy reveling in other people's misery. I just thought you deserved a taste of your own medicine. Your own medicine? What is she talking about? What do you think? Just take a look. You should answer all of your questions, dear one. The witch. But is she a witch? Smiles sardonically, her eyes half-lidded, as she reaches into the wicker basket which dangles from the crook of her arm. From within it, blanketed beneath the scrap of red fabric, she extricates a gilt mirror. The witch polishes the mirror with the hem of her satiny gown, and hands it to you with an anticlimactic, "Here." Your fingers brush as you reach tremulously to take the mirror. Your innate desire, upon seeing the mirror, is to draw away from it, or else to dash it upon the ground. You do not want to think about what you will see reflected within its smooth, glassy surface. You are afraid, if you acquiesce, all this will be over. You will no longer be able to pretend to be a princess. But you are aware, at long last, that you are pretending. Perhaps you were always aware of it. You never really felt like a princess, even though the wish bestowed this identity upon you. The word princess never resonated within you. It never felt like you. You still cannot remember spending your days within a palace or a castle, or even a dungeon guarded by a dragon. You cannot remember meeting any princes, kings, or queens. You are not a princess, then. You were never a princess. But of course, you always knew that. You just wanted to play pretend. But the face which stares up at you from the mirror's smooth, untroubled glass, all pale skin and dark, staring eyes, makes it obvious just what you really are. You were, and always will be, a witch. That's right. The witch, Rosette, regards you unblinkingly with dark, dead eyes which have seen far too much for one so young. But how young is she, really? How long was she trapped, running through fractured fairy tales as she tried to escape from you? You do not know. You hardly recognize her, but you recognize yourself. You may have lost sight of who you were when Rosette left you, but now... Do you remember? I remember. I always remembered. My name is Medea. Yes, that's right. I am Medea, and this girl is, or was, Rosette. And though our paths continue to cross, we have always been alone. This girl, once so innocent and assuming, languishing for one of love, has known what it feels like to be adored to the point of insanity. She has been drowned, buried, and consumed by love, and in so doing, she changed. She is not the girl she once was. She's become a fine witch in her own right, with eyes that reflect no light, with a heart that contains no love. She caught you, me, us, while we were drifting, bereft, languishing for lack of a little girl who had oh so cruelly broken ties with us, and she imprisoned us. I do not know how long we have been trapped here, nor how long Rosette has been toying with us, but I cannot even bring myself to resent her. I cannot hate her, no matter how much she might have hurt me. She called upon me when she was alone, and I answered. I promised I would be there for her. We made a vow, and though she turned her back on me, our connection was never really severed. The love of a witch, after all, is a powerful thing. Even when poisoned, it continues to bloom, bright red like roses. Rosette. Ah, my adorable, beautiful Rosette. No matter how much time passes, I still find myself drawn to you. Even now, I still adore you. Whether a mermaid, a poor village girl, or a princess, I will continue to love you. My feelings for you will never waver, even if you never had any fondness to spare for me. How could it? You ought to know yourself now, becoming a witch in your own right, that it really does get so lonely here. God. Okay, this is a nice PV too. Or MV. Oh my god, his words! This is some good shit. Like, oh my god. Like, this was like longer than I thought it was going to be, but I am not mad at all because like I was really into it the entire time. I wonder if they developed this longer, if they grabbed it. I don't know if they made the song themselves or if it's a different song. Regardless, this goes hard. Oh no, they definitely had to have made it. Okay, now they can kiss. Well, they were kissing a bit, I think. I mean, they kissed several times. Got a little bit of it. Oh, there we go. Here's the credits. It is a Vocaloid music video. Oh, they have to have some background in making Vocaloid videos, because the style is very much it. God, that was really good. I like that a lot. That was just like a really well-made game. Oh my god. Like, you have like the art direction, you have the music. The writing was like really good as well. Just like very like eloquent, well written. This was one long Vocaloid MV. It really was. And they still gave it like an actual one, like as a treat. Okay, extras. Gallery. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Oh, we have a little music box. Heck yeah. Okay, we do have a gallery, it looks like. Okay, yeah, we can watch the PV again if you want. Have this full image. And this one. Do we not have a full image of like the base? I know it exists. I was hoping that they would have it, but these are also like very nice full art. Oh, there's some notes. Okay, yeah, so yeah, there is It Gets So Lonely here, which is by the same developer, which I did see. I think it was supposed to be like longer, so that's why I chose this one. But yeah. I'm not gonna read all this right now, but yeah, definitely check this game out, and then like the entire like developer page is on itch.io, because this was fantastic. Yeah, that was great. I like that a lot. God. That was cinema. Yeah, and yeah, it's just like really interesting because like it is still like, you know, it is like Yandere Yuri with like, you know, dubious consent and all that. And it's interesting because like there's just multiple layers to it. Like it's not just, you know, it's not either taking enjoyment out of it or just saying, hey, this is wrong and bad. Like, there's, like, a lot of stuff going on with it. So that was really cool. Like, definitely like a multi-layered story. Again, beautiful art, great writing, great music. The Vocaloid MV surprised me. Or maybe it shouldn't have, but that was great.